Hi guys, this is Sienna from Divine Black Feminine and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in another reading today. This reading is going to be about the full moon in Aries, which is on September 29th. So we definitely should be experiencing that more fiery autumn energy coming up. So I'm going to do a tarot reading to see how you guys can work with this. So a good crystal to work with this full moon in Aries energy is definitely shungite. So Aries has a tendency to be very impulsive. It's very fiery. It's very adventurous. It's very go, go, go. And when it comes to the fall season, I feel like this relates to harvesting, okay? Really taking stock of all of the things that we've gone through for the past year and harvesting what's good and getting rid of what is bad, okay? Or what we consider more negative in our lives. So I feel like people may be feeling very busy this week, especially this weekend. You may have some new work opportunities coming up or some new opportunities to go on some cool adventures with people. So a good way to ground yourself as all of that is going on is by using shungite. Okay, so shungite is a very protective crystal. It's really good for protecting you from things that you might take in from the internet and social media. So yeah, I would keep shungite around you at all times because yeah, things could even tend to get fiery this weekend on social media. There might be, arguments about different things. And in order to not get so caught up in that energy, it would be good to keep shungite around you so that you can stay away from any drama that comes through any, internet channels that you may be on. All right, so let's start the tarot reading now. So the tarot that I'm going to use today is the Tarot of New Ages, and I like this deck because it's really Halloween oriented. It has a lot of fairies and goblins in it. So I'm going to be using this as well as some other fairy decks because I'm really feeling the fairy vibe right now, as well as an archangel deck and the moonology deck. Okay, so let's see what we need to know for this Aries full moon. What is the main vibe that we're going to be experiencing? All right, so we have the 10 of Swords reversed. Interesting. So full moons are all about a culmination point in the moon cycle, okay? They're about releasing. They're about renewal. They're about really illuminating, what shadows we need to integrate in order to move on with our lives, okay? So the 10 of Swords is the last card in the sword suit of the tarot, and swords relate to air energy, which is related to the mind, okay? So when this card is upright, it signifies that you've gone through a journey that has really contributed to a lot of mental pain in your psyche, okay? The 10 of Swords is a card that indicates, that you've gone through a period of great stress and strife, and you're just burnt out. You're done. You have no mental energy to devote time to, what you've been stressed about for months or even years. Okay, so because this is reversed, I'm seeing that you guys are really releasing this energy this weekend, okay? You guys are really going to be able to let go all of your stress and strife that has gone on for the past year. Okay, I'm hearing mental patterns. So there have been some anxious mental patterns that you guys have been feeding for at least 3 months or so, okay? This could be related to work, school, your love life, and I feel like, yeah, you guys are hitting a culmination point now where stressing about these things has gotten too much. You're feeling tired, you're feeling upset, you're feeling worried, okay? And I see that the full moon is really going to, push you guys to release that energy that you've needed to release for months, okay? So, again, it's a really good time to think about what we want to release in our lives, what we want to renew from that release. How can we get some sort of renewal in our lives related to the journey that we were stressed about, so that we can move forward. Okay, Aries is a sign that likes to move. It's all about new starts, it's all about new adventures. So how can we put the past behind us? That's really going to be a theme for the full moon. All right, interesting message. So let's pick another card to see what other vibes do we need to know for this full moon. Okay. OMG. We have the Ten of Swords reversed again. All right, so this is the main vibe here. So I feel like this reading is going to be pretty short today because when I pull the same card twice, that's a message from my spirit guides that we don't need any more messages from the tarot, okay? So your spirit guides really want to hit home that it's really time to do some I'm hearing recollection, okay? Remembering. So it's time to, take stock of everything that you've been through this year. Journal about what you've been stressed about. Journal about what worries you have for the future. And think about how you can release those things from your mind, okay? I would definitely do some body work or some meditation or breath work this weekend, because that can really help you relieve stress from your body, which is connected to the mind, okay? Because your mind does influence your body. So if your mind is racing all the time, feeling worried, your body's going to mirror that and feel very tense and tired and stressed, okay? So we really want to try to release some stress this weekend. It would be good to, I'm hearing going cycling, okay? So if you ride your bike, it would be good to do that, or to even go to a spinning class. Some of you may be into that. You guys also may be into yoga. That would be a good way to release stress as well. But yeah, it's really time to release stress this weekend because you guys have been very worried. You've been very busy. You've been very stressed. And I feel like the full moon in Aries is definitely going to highlight that stress because, yeah, like I said before, Aries does have a tendency to be busy, to be go, 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 to want to do everything, okay? And because we're in the fall, I feel like, yeah, this is the time where we want to kind of harvest everything that we have and, take it before it dies away, okay? Because, yeah, I feel like because of the autumn equinox that just passed, we're really going to start feeling those wintry vibes, those vibes related to death, okay? And because we're approaching that season now, we may be feeling stressed, okay? We may be feeling worried about the future because, stuff in the future is uncertain, like winter, okay? Like death. Death is uncertain, okay? Death is related to the unknown, okay? So we're approaching that, and because of that, it's normal to feel some anxiety right now, but it's really important to try to release that anxiety so you aren't so mentally exhausted going into the rest of the fall and winter, okay? Because this is the time where we do have a tendency to slow down or to feel more depressed, like I said in my Maybon tarot reading. So we really want to make sure that we're doing all that we can to release the past so that renewal can come for us, in the later months into the new year, okay? So that's really important. All right, so that was the tarot reading. Okay, so let's go straight into the oracle cards now. So the first oracle card that I'm going to pull is from the Fairy Forest Oracle. Okay, so let's see what the fairies would like to say to us today from this oracle. All right, so we have King of the Darkwood Elves, okay? And I think I pulled this in a recent reading that I had. So I was saying in the recent reading where I pulled this card that this card always reminds me of Hades, the Greek god of the underworld, or Pluto in the Roman pantheon. Okay, so this to me is highlighting Scorpio season. So you guys are going to get some clues around the Aries full moon about how you can work with magical energies coming up during Scorpio season. Okay, because Scorpio season is a season that is about death. It's about deep diving into your shadows so that you can transmute them and integrate them so that you can be reborn in the spring. Okay, Scorpio season is also when we have Halloween or Samhain, so the veil is especially thin, and it's a time where we can communicate with our ancestors or nature spirits or the fae if we want to. Okay, so you're really being called to deep dive this full moon, okay, to deep dive into your psyche, to deep dive even into the underworld, okay, where Hades is. Okay, so if you guys do work with Hades, if you work with Persephone even, this is a good full moon to work with them, because you're really going to get some insights about shadows that you need to integrate before the year is over. Okay, so it would be really good for you guys to do some sort of underworld meditation so that you can discover what you need to release from your subconscious. Okay, because yeah, that's going to give you a clue on any rituals or spellcraft you can do over the next month or so leading up to Scorpio season, so that you can really flow with the natural cycles of life and release what needs to be released so that you can be reborn into the light again come spring. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's pull another fairy card. So this fairy card is going to be from the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck. So let's see what the fairies want to say from this deck here. Ooh, okay, so we have moon secrets. It's time to do a moon ritual for sure. If you guys make moon water, this is a good time to make full moon water under this moon, because I feel like if you make full moon water under this moon and drink it and put it in your rituals, it's going to give you the extra push that you need to do your shadow work over this fall and winter season. So this moon is going to be very potent. It's going to be very powerful because it's in the sign of Aries. So it's a great time to do moon magic, like I was just saying. Aries, like I said before, is a sign that has a lot of energy. So if you're feeling like your energy needs to be revitalized right now, if you're feeling like, you're already in that more depressive energy or sad energy, working with this moon can really help revitalize you. And that's why I said it's good to make some moon water. You can make it by putting a jar out overnight, or putting, a water bottle out overnight and setting intentions with it so that you can use it to, give yourselves boosts of energy during the fall and winter months, because I sense that a lot of us are going to need that. Because look, unfortunately, in our capitalistic society, we don't really follow the natural cycles of life well. During this time, we have a lot of holidays. We're really being encouraged to buy, and do all the time. So, when our bodies are in the fall and winter, this is really a time where our bodies really want to go into hibernation and reflect and retreat and hermit. And we really can't do that because of our societies, if we live in the Western world. So because of that, it's a really good time to do moon rituals so you can take in this more revitalizing energy to use over the course of the next few months. Okay, so yeah, that's a really good message there for those who are into moon magic or who want to get into moon magic. If you don't know about moon magic, I would definitely look up some stuff on YouTube or even TikTok about it, because yeah, it can really give you some insights on how you can really strengthen your magical practice over these next few months. All right, and now we have the Moonology Oracle. So this is an oracle deck that's also related to the moon. So yeah, I was getting the vibe to use this today. And yeah, I feel like at the end of the day we are getting moon magic vibes, so I feel like it would be a good it would be good to get a message from this deck as well. So, what moon message do we need today? Okay, this says a time to give rather than to take. New moon in Virgo. Okay, interesting. So we just had Virgo season. So I feel like with that 10 of Swords card, a lot of lessons from Virgo season are going to resurface in order for you guys to close them out, during this full moon. Okay, so really think about and journal about what things have you been going through what things did you go through during Virgo season. Okay, so Virgo season was from basically, yeah, mid to late August to mid to late September. I don't know the exact dates of it, but just think about what you were going through during that time. What was stressing you out? What was causing you some mental pain? Okay, what was causing you to worry or overthink? Okay, it's really time to journal about that stuff so you can close out that cycle and, be reborn into a new frame of mind. All right. So, Virgo is a sign that is very perfectionistic, it's very analytical, and it's also a sign that's very earthy as well, that likes to learn about the earth. Okay. So, for example, during Virgo season for me, I feel like I learned a lot about green witchcraft, like by, putting it into practice, by harvesting herbs, by, really going outside and paying attention to how things were growing, and I was tending to those things. So I learned a lot about that. So I feel like for me, it would be a good time to reflect on my green witchcraft journey so that I can, think about how I want to move forward with it after this full moon. Okay, so yeah, think about what, stuff you were doing related to the earth. Were you, you know, studying herbalism? Were you harvesting herbs? Were you making herbal teas? Were you considering a green witch path? Okay, that could be something to reflect on as well. And also reflect on your perfectionism related to the stresses that you've had over the past month too. Okay, that's going to be really important in order to release your, overthinking tendencies and worrying that you've had over the past few months. All right, so let's pick one final card from the Archangel Oracle, and then we will end the reading there, okay? So what do we need to know from the Archangel Oracle today? All right, so we have Archangel Amethyst. Purify your life with love, prepare for something better. So in addition to shungite, it would be really good for you guys to work with amethyst this full moon. Okay, so amethyst is a crystal that is really connected to the spirit realms. Okay, and it's really connected to your intuition as well as the moon. Okay, so I would hold this crystal while doing a moon meditation, or I would put this crystal next to a jar that you're using to make moon water outside. Okay, so amethyst can really infuse that intuitive energy and that energy that is connected to your spirit guides into whatever witchy tools you're using for the full moon, so that you can really use the full moon for, yeah, practical uses, for your magical practice as it progresses throughout the rest of the year. Okay, because like I said, this is a good full moon to use for revitalizing spells, or spells for renewal, or spells related to going on a new adventure. So amethyst can really help you connect with that. And even though you guys have gone through a period of stress and strife, the angels are saying that you need to prepare for something better. That's why it's important to release the old. That's why it's important to replenish your energy right now and purify it, okay, with witchy tools, with meditation, with yoga, okay, with the smoke cleanse, with crystals, with herbs. okay? Because it's time to close out a cycle. We are in the fall, we're moving into winter. The death rebirth cycle is coming, whether we like it or not. And it's time to assess what you want to be reborn into your life. What do you want to be purified when it relates to your mind? Okay. Do you want to stop overthinking so much about something? Do you want to stop stressing about love or finances? Okay. Or your friends and family? Make a list of what you want to stop stressing about, okay? And then I would actually make a crystal grid with amethyst, and I would put those things under the crystal grid so that you can really work with your intuition to release them and really work with spirit to release them, okay? All right. So, yeah, I sense that a lot of you guys definitely are feeling some heavier energy, but remember that we can always transmute that energy. We can always purify that energy so that we can prepare for better things in life. Okay. So, I hope this reading helped you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on divineblackfeminine.com, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. See you later.